All that being said, your host for this evening, let's hear it for Mr. Ryan Traughber, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I won't go through the whole, hey, Volcanic Theater, woo! And, oh, man, how's everybody? I'm not even going to ask, we just went over that, didn't we? That's habit at this point. God, habit. Horrible things. I tend to do things all the time. And am I cutting out now and then? Everybody can hear me just fine? Okay. I'm happy. Anyway, yeah, my name is Ryan Traughber. I'm a comedian. Thank you. Hold your applause. Keep your seats. It's all right. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Oh, my lovely assistant, Tony, everybody. Bam! Oh, there we go. Oh, so, everybody, who here has been to a Ben comedy show? So here. Yeah, thank you. Returning customers, you guys are awesome. I'll try to tell newer jokes tonight. But in fact, you know what, I'm going to start with something. Does anybody here watch Walking Dead? Yeah? Okay, big Walking Dead fans. There is something about that show that just doesn't quite add up for me. Because when a person becomes a zombie, they are dead. Their body ceases to function, you know, as a living entity. And when the human body dies, due to malnutrition and dehydration, the body starts to shrink. So in the first week or two, the body can lose up to 4 inches in the waist size, right? That makes sense. So my question is, why aren't there more zombies in The Walking Dead with their pants down around their ankles, coming at them like that? I feel like the zombie apocalypse is going to be a lot more hysterical than they make it in The Walking Dead. Does that make sense? Now you guys are going to be thinking about that every single time you watch that show and every other zombie movie. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Thank you. Yeah, give it up for the nerds, everybody. Woo! No, I'm a proud nerd. I am a proud nerd. Thank you. This is how much of a nerd I am. I got into an argument with a girlfriend, and I won. Okay, an actual shouting match. Guys, you know how important it is to win an argument with a girl, right? So, I won by naming all 6 Harry Potter books in order. That's how much of a nerd I am. Right? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, did you say there's 7? Ah, bigger nerd than me! Ah, gotcha! I just like to do that, make fun of people. Yeah, let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, in high school, I am actually at my peak condition right now. Okay, here's something that's really cool, Atkins diet, all right? Anybody here ever try the Atkins diet? Yeah. Okay, yes, all right. The hardest part, but the most rewarding in the end, about the Atkins diet is alcohol, okay? Because when you're on the diet, you cannot have any alcohol whatsoever. But when you abolish all carbohydrates in your body, when you start drinking again, by the time I finish this first cider, I will be rolling on the floor belligerent, okay? So, let's get started. Let's see, what was I talking about? Nerdiness, that's right. In high school, I didn't play sports. Again, this is as good as I've ever looked right now. I have a body that's built on Hot Pockets and Star Trek. Yes, I know, exactly. But in high school, much fatter, kind of, you know, I was an awkward, nerdy kid, didn't play sports, and the closest thing I had to sports was juggling. Yeah, ladies. Juggling is not a sport, but I tried so hard to say that it was, and after high school, I realized that if juggling is a sport, it's kind of the masturbation of sports. It is. No, if you think about it, there's a lot of similarities. 1, you're just playing with your balls, right? That's a given. 2, if you get tired with one hand, you start using the other, right? And 3, it's a lot more with all of your friends in a circle. So, yeah, that kind of night. Okay, speaking of masturbation, you know, right what you know, a friend of mine told me that he pleasured himself with a vacuum cleaner, right? Which, oh, you're laughing way too hard at that part. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, and see, here's the thing. It's like, I don't want to picture the mechanics of it, but I assumed he used the attachments, you know? It's kind of a given. Well, and see, here's the thing, is that I explained to him, it's like, you masturbate because you can't get a girl, right? So what he needs to do is get a Roomba, so that way he at least gets the thrill of the chase, right? Does that make sense? Just put lipstick on it, cleans the house, practically the same thing. Ladies. No, I will win them over with this one. My last girlfriend, I enjoy having a girlfriend, not because of my girlfriend, but so that I can say that I have a girlfriend. I appreciate you ladies. Let's give it up for ladies. Give it up for ladies, yes, right? And ladies, let's give it up for boobs, those mind control devices. Yeah, ladies, give it up for boobs. Boobs are awesome. Oh my God, boobs are awesome. Again, boobs are the best. Even ladies know that boobs are awesome. But here's the thing, is that this last Thanksgiving, 3 new babies in the family. 3 new babies in the family. Which, I mean, they're adorable, like some of them are running around, being all cute and adorable. But at Thanksgiving dinner, we just finished, dessert's on its way, I'm looking down the table, my cousin gets up, leaves the room, and just as I look back, my cousin sits down and just flops her boob out from under her shirt. And of course, my first reaction is, no, I'm stuffed, I couldn't possibly. But no, she leans over, and I look over, and she's sitting cross-legged and has her baby in her lap, and just flops her boob onto the baby's face. I cannot look at boobs the same anymore. And I mean, like, boobs, like, boobs are awesome. Not only do they feed children, but you can juggle them. You can bounce them. You can do that little office toy clacker thing with them. You can honka, you can all sorts of things. But I just can't look at boobs the same anymore. Or pumpkin pie, for that matter. Which is ironic, because I used to give them the same hungry stare every time I saw them. I feel like I'm not getting everybody right now. I'm trying to figure out what jokes I can do. I hear like half people laugh, or the other half laugh. I want to see if I can win everybody over before I leave the stage tonight. I'll tell you about a new one. And people in a relationship, who is currently in a relationship or dating someone right now, right? Okay, so when you get into a passionate moment, like shower, like in the shower, like that's fun, like hot water, like sexiness, all this good stuff. Oh, you know what it is. Don't shake your head at me. But here's the thing, is that once you're in there, it's fun because it becomes the most dangerous sex you will ever have. The most dangerous. Maybe not but like in our everyday lives here in Bend, probably the most dangerous we'll have. But I read an article about a couple who had their licenses revoked, pilot's licenses revoked, because they got caught having sex while skydiving, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So these 2 people jumped out of a plane completely naked, on the way down, they're just doing the nasty, and here I am in the shower feeling like a badass. Not quite the same thing. But here's the thing, is like once you're in the shower, it's really nice, really sexy, but the process of getting into the shower is that like you're undressing each other. Okay, right. Okay, this is her, okay? So like we're undressing, we're doing this whole thing, and then we get to the pans, and then all of a sudden the sexiness stops because you start doing this. Trying to get your pants off, right? And then there's the socks, and it just does not work out whatsoever. Lose the sexiness. I try to be as sexy as I can. My girlfriend was in the shower at the time, and I don't know why she went out with me in the first place, because this is how manly I am. The house is a little chilly anyway, and she likes to turn the water like super, super hot. So she's in the shower, I want to surprise her, I strip down, I'm about to hop in, and I rip open the curtain and I jump in. The scalding water hits me. I scream like a girl. I am then soaking wet and then jump out into the cold bathroom. There is nothing attractive about a guy who does that. Not pretty whatsoever. I'm really winning the ladies over tonight, aren't I? Jeez.
Keep trying.
I thank you. Oh. You know, you guys may not be laughing hysterically, but you are so encouraging. You guys are awesome. What's that?
You hear that a lot from the ladies?
I'm sorry I'm not performing well, thanks for the encouragement. Should have that tattooed. Oh, man. Please. I strike out with the ladies. Believe it or not, nerd. When you turn 21, the best thing for guys is that you can go out to the bars where all the drunk girls are, right? So I thought, okay, all I have to do is go out to the bar, I can pick up the ladies, no big deal. Go out to the bar, striking out left and right, not sure what's going on. I talked to my friends, they said, well, you have to buy them drinks to get them drunk. It's just like, I have to spend money? Like, I guess that makes sense for me. Yeah, spend money to get sex. So my friends tell me, you gotta buy them to get them drunk. And I was like, okay, I am a nerd, so I think of myself as a scientist. So I had to test this theory. And don't laugh at that. I'm not like an atom bomb penicillin scientist. I'm like a taint deodorant scientist, but a scientist nonetheless, okay? And I decided to test this theory. So on a night in which I knew we were going to be getting particularly drunk, I take a portrait of myself, and I go out, and after every drink, I look at it. And the drunker I got, it is true, I get sexier. But do you know what's not sexy to the ladies, no matter how drunk they are? A guy that's carrying around a portrait of himself to all the bars. Yeah. Not sexy whatsoever. Let's see. Oh, okay, so let me explain something. When I came up here, before I said girlfriend, how many people here thought I was gay? Me. Thank you. And she's the one that actually knows me. Though, a lot of people just assume I'm just a very stylish nerd. That is how it goes. But again, I was a freshman in high school, really awkward, didn't know who I was. My brother, however, was a senior. Very popular, always well-dressed, had the hottest girls all over him all the time, right? So I'm like, I want to be just like that guy. So I spent my entire freshman year acting like him, dressing like him, picking up his mannerisms and whatnot. And then at the end of the year, he graduates, and turns out he's gay. So, yeah, at that point, I'd already become that person. That's what I am now, right? So there was nothing I could do about it. But here's the dilemma. As soon as he graduates, he gets a job at a call center here in Bend. And he just came out as gay, and I was a stupid freshman, so I just assumed that he worked for a gay sex hotline, right? That's a safe assumption. But here's the thing, is that he was working so many hours a day and taking so many calls, I was really afraid he was going to catch hearing aids. Hearing aids, thank you, God. I love that joke because every time I tell it, I get such a different reaction from people. Oh man, I enjoy comedy. I may not show it tonight, but I usually get a lot of laughs. I don't know. It's better than my last job. I was a mime before. I was a mime. Yes, a mime. It's only now that I can talk about it, though. You got it. No, I was actually part of a troupe. We were a mime troupe. We were a group, and when I left, I told them to keep in touch, but I haven't heard from them since. Bam! All right, more puns. Here we go. Let's see. Puns. God damn it. My horrible puns. Let's see. Oh, I didn't bring my notebook. I was going to read you guys a poem tonight, and I completely forgot it. Yeah, I know you are very sad about that, Tony. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Go back to the nerdy, the gay thing. I was talking about gay stuff, which is what I always talk about, according to Tony. Well, no, okay, I'll let you in on something. If you guys didn't think that I was gay when you first saw me, here's a funny story. I work up at the college, and there are some younger people up there, nerds, obviously, and if you are a nerd, you know who Nathan Fillion is. He is the Brad Pitt of the nerd world, right? Yes. So these younger people are looking at me and like, you look a little bit like Nathan Fillion. And I'm like, really? Nathan Fillion? Oh my God, I'll take that compliment. Yeah, I was feeling really good. But I hang out with comedians, everybody. So when I go to my comedian friends and say, hey, yeah, everybody said I look like Nathan Fillion, right? And of course, one of my comedian friends said, no, you look more like a fat Rachel Maddow. But no, Tony actually stuck up for me and said, no, he doesn't. He looks like an effeminate Rachel Maddow. Aww, thank you, Tony. Best friend. Okay, so the whole homosexual thing, like now it's gay marriage, it's not even a question anymore, it's just the process of making it all legal. But back in the day, the big argument was what causes it, like nip it in the bud, like is it nature or nurture? And that was the whole big question, right? Here's the thing, I have a dog, her name is Dottie, she's a full-blooded German Shepherd, and she is the perfect example of nature and nurture, all right? I recently found out that she's a lesbian, okay? My dog's a lesbian, no big deal. I don't judge. The only sad part now is that we can't play catch because I feel bad making her put balls in her mouth. And I am getting the best reaction from people tonight. I love this. But no, nature versus nurture. She's a German Shepherd. Her parents were police dogs, so it is in her nature to sniff out my pot no matter where I hide it, okay? But since I raised her, thanks to nurture, once she finds my pot, she rolls it into joints. Sells it to the neighbor kids. So, do we have some pot smokers here? Anybody? Anybody? Liars! You're all liars. You're at Volcanic Theater in Bend, right? I assume that you can't put your hands up because you're that stoned right now. There we go, one guy's paying attention. No, okay, I tend to go through phases where I will drink and drink and drink and drink and drink until I hit rock bottom, or I'll smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke until I hit rock bottom. And I say rock bottom because anywhere else in the world, rock bottom is blowing a guy in a Walmart bathroom for whatever he's got. As we're in Bend, Oregon, everybody. So rock bottom for me is showing up to your parents' garden party high, and then falling into the pool with a big bowl of potato chips. Which is Bend, right? That pretty well explains it. But here's why I stopped drinking the last time. Okay, you guys, you seem like partiers, drinkers, have a good time. Have you ever been so drunk that you tried opening your house with your car key? Have you? Yeah, okay. Have you ever been so drunk that you tried opening your house with your car remote? Not? Yeah, that's how drunk I got. When I woke up the next morning on my front porch, I decided that I should stop. And smoking. The last time I decided to stop smoking, what happened was I woke up one morning, I was a stoner, I woke up one afternoon and I went over to my friend's house and I was, toking it up, and just as I set down the bong, the alarm goes off on my phone, reminding me of the court date I had that day. That's right, I have half an hour until I have to be in court. No big deal, right? It's a seatbelt ticket. You go in, you pay, you leave, no big deal. I get there, roll down the windows, all right, maintain. I got this, nod and smile, pay, leave, no big deal. My turn before the judge, going really well. And then we get to the end and the judge asks, do you understand? Now, how do you traditionally refer to a judge? Anybody? Your Honor! Your Honor! But this was a female judge and I was high. So she asked, do you understand? And I'm trying to come up with what you call a female judge. And I said, yes, Your Majesty. So I decided to stop smoking. God. Oh man, I am just the worst. What else is there? Oh yeah, so for Christmas, Christmas is coming on. Did everybody have a good Christmas this year? Right? Thank you. I am really losing you people here. All right, I want to give something a try. We need to get people involved. We need to get the blood flowing. I want everybody to, okay, if you're young enough, you've heard this in karaoke. If you're old enough, you might have heard this live. Reaching out, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. Oh my God. So obviously it's not just me. If you're not ready to go on that song, then you do not know what's going on. All right. Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. Okay, now that's the older people that saw it live that just did that part. God. I want to give you guys a little tidbit of advice here. At the end of each comedian, you guys are going to clap and go wild and probably stand up because we're that amazing. But have you ever been in a situation, anybody here in the front row, have you ever been in a situation where everybody's applauding, you get to the end, but you kind of want to be the last clap? Yeah? Have you ever done that? Okay. Okay. You're going with me on this one, all right? You're going to be my competition. I'm going to show everybody here how you can get the last clap without actually having the last clap, okay? So, okay, I want everybody to clap for about 2 seconds, and then you and I are going to go. Ready? Here we go! Woo! Yeah, that's right. That just happened. I love doing that so much. Okay, I'm not sure if anybody else has gone to the Nutcracker Ballet at the Bend High School, but if you ever hear that, you know that I am there. Man, love that so much. What's that? Yeah, I know, right? What's your name? Kelly? And you sat in the front row of a comedy show, and your name is Kelly. I won't make fun of you. I won't make fun of you for that. No, I won't. You seem girly enough already. So, what do you do for fun? Oh, you're a student of a COCC? Work on vehicles? Yeah. I've got a Ford Explorer that's making this rattling noise. Anything you know? Okay. Okay, I'll take it in and say, hey, there's a lot of things wrong with my car. Yeah, there you go. No, my first car, my dad helped me buy my first car, which is awesome. I love my dad. But here's the thing about the car, is that it was old, smelled of gas, backfired all the time. But then again, so did my dad. So, you know, I was used to it. Who's your friend here? JD. JD. What's up, JD? So that's a manly name, even though it's 2 letters. What does that stand for? Jarek. Jarek? Jarek Devin. Okay. Let's see, I don't have any jokes for Jarek? What is that from? Does it mean anything? Jarek? No? Okay, I'm sorry. I was going somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. I think I'm going to get out of here and bring some real comics up. Let's see, what can I leave you guys with? No, I guess JD, John Day. Have you ever been to John Day? No? I'm sorry. Has anybody here ever driven through John Day? Anybody? Okay, you guys know, yeah. I lived in John Day for most of last year. You know, you gotta pace yourself in John Day. Because you can do everything in just the first couple days that you're there. Like, go to the drugstore. And when I was there, I did a comedy show. I was there for 6 months. I could not last without doing a comedy show. So I went down to the Elks Lodge, you know, the hot spot of town, put on a comedy show, and I brought some friends from Bend, and I was like, well, I'm not sure if I can pay you guys much. They're like, dinner, gas, no big deal. I was like, oh, okay, what do you want for dinner? They're like, you know, comedians, steak and lobster. I was like, this is Eastern Oregon. Steak up the wazoo, more cows than people, right? But you do not want seafood that far from the coast, especially in Eastern Oregon. And I thought about it, and I said, oh, you know what we do have are crawdads, which are like lobster sliders, right? If you think about it, it's almost the same thing. I went to my first demolition derby in John Day. That is an annual event that everybody goes to. Anybody here been to a demolition derby? Yeah, okay, yes. See, the only thing I knew about it was like rednecks and cars hitting other rednecks and cars, right? No. The nerdy part of me loved it. Now, before I can finish this joke, I need somebody to leave the room real quick. Oh, thank you for volunteering. Okay, the nerdy part like instantly took over because there were like points and timing and strategy and all these amazing things. And then halfway through, I ruined it for myself when the comedian side took over. Because I realized that a demolition derby is a lot like an orgy, okay? Everybody's trying to bang each other, all right? That's a given. There's a lot of liquids leaking from the undercarriage. And even if you win, nobody's ever going to want to drive that car ever again. It's just not going to happen. What? Come on! Never drive that car ever again. No, I'm going to leave you with something better. What else can I do? You want more puns? How about more puns? Yeah! No, I won't leave you with puns. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Ryan Traughber. I want to thank you very much so far. We have some amazing comedians tonight. No, go ahead! give it up for me. I will accept applause. Thank you for being so encouraging, by the way. That was really nice of you. That's my mom, everybody. Thanks, Mom. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, amazing show tonight. I want to bring up the other half of Bend Comedy. Remember, if you want to see more shows, go to Bend